I'm super excited to be here and represent First Georgian company, and thank you for that opportunity. We are Stormbringers from Georgia, and we do love-made games. And maybe this is the explanation why our government 4 years ago funded us. They asked 28 professionals to make game about police, and that was the only requirement. And we did our first launch, and you can guess the name. It was police. Engine UDK, and this is the first time that we gathered and made game, and we launched in 6 months. We became local celebrities. Ministry of Internal Affairs servers crashed while game was downloaded. We also distributed it on discs locally. President thanked us in the parliament on the early speech, and we were getting cakes and stuff like that, and yeah, TV interviews, and so we get 1 million downloads, at least what we tracked. Government provided after that mock-up studio and invited specialists from Electronic Arts as the consultants. And we used this for our second game. It was called also Police. Sorry. We released this in 7 months, and it was twice as big. And this time it was quest level, multiple choices, shooter level, and ever Easter egg level. And after that, we get noted by American entrepreneurs, and we start doing outsourcing for Microsoft, Kixeye, and Lara Game Studios. And the last game on Earth is the biggest project we've done so far, and it will be out by the end of this year for console and PC. And today I want to talk about our own IP, and please enjoy the teaser. This is the first time we are doing it such big audience.
Ooh.
So it's hard to be gladiator in Steameria. Steameria is parallel universe, and Steamerian overlords just love gladiator fights, and they are stealing the best warriors from different time and different realms, and you're one of the gladiators. But let's talk about monetization and some numbers. So it will be free-to-play online shooter, and let's highlight some unique sale points of our game. First, our game will be not pay to win, but it will be fair to play. We will sell, of course, we have very talented artists, and we produce very quality assets, and we'll have tons of in-game upgrades, armor upgrades, weapon upgrades, but this we won't spoil the game balance. And this is very important for us because our another monetization model is highly connected with that, because when gladiator reaches certain rank, they will be able to challenge other gladiators with the same rank for the real money. And we have the partners, Cashplay and Smallbet, and we are open to talk other providers who are doing all legal stuff and or backend and anti-cheat and everything else. to make this happen, and they are super excited about our project. Besides that, we're going to have cash tournaments when you need to build certain set of armor and weapon to qualify for it. Put real money, and winner gets the all. And we did some calculations and projections, and those are these numbers. And the major question that remains, what we need to make this game. We have minimal amounts that we need and time, 1 year, to make this game. This is 5,500,000 euros, and this includes everything. Maintain studio, PR and marketing, and development. But we have also 2-year financing plans. If you get extra money, we are going to make localization for all major European and East Asian countries, releasing the DLCs every 3 months and expansion in 6 months. And this expansion will add another yet never done monetization modeling. We are going to release a partner mobile application, and the players will be able to log in, see the statistics of the player, and bet on them. Thank you for your attention, and remember that storm is rising, and this time from Georgia.
All right. Let's start with Felix. Do you have a question?
I do. Have you checked with anyone how legal globally on a global scale your betting model is, especially in the United States?
Yes, we talked to the cash play, as I told, and with the small bet, and they sort it out. Some have, for example, small bet can do this stuff and already doing in 36 states in US and other countries. Cash play in all major European countries, so they already doing this, but for mobile. But I never seen this done for the shooter game and integrated in shooter game. So when we talk to them, they are super excited and waiting to what we are going to do.
All right, thank you. Ralph?
I kind of wish I could have seen more of the actual gameplay. Is it like a dual stick shooter or a gladiator dual stick?
You can, in a few words, you can think like Mortal Kombat meets Quake 3 Arena. We have 12 characters, each with unique story, and we are going to release every month like small levels representing and telling the story and background of each character. And in DLCs and expansions, we are going to add other characters as well. And we have demo level built for demo days. So we are showing what we are capable of. You can download and play this game.
Thank you.
So this is a free-to-play PC client download game.
Yes, and I forget to mention, we are also supporting Oculus Rift. Our dev kit arrives tomorrow, and we will specifically optimize game for it because it perfectly blends in our vision and game.
Okay. A number of successful companies out there in free-to-play PC gaming. Do you take any lessons from them or lessons that you don't want to replicate?
Sure, that's why we are the game founders. We have more than 100 mentors, and we are consulting all the time, and we also have friends in game development, and we are also continuing and will continue consulting, and we are open to our suggestions and advices because we are just starting.
Mark?
Have you guys looked at an esports model, i.e. a competitive gaming that's not about gambling? I'm thinking specifically about the huge success of what League of Legends has done.
Thank you, we will definitely do. We didn't.
Great. So let's go to feedback. Let's start with Felix. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think the concept is very strong. As the other panelists, I would have loved to see a bit more. The teaser was certainly very interesting. And I assume that was actually game graphics, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, so
Unreal Engine 3, we are now evaluating. We also
You
make
can't
mark.
answer. Very strict.
So it's certainly looked very strong. I'm going to look forward to it. I think, especially because you guys are trying many things new, there are a few things to be said about, well, how it's going to play out. It's going to be all speculation at this point. But I'm certainly going to be very, very interested in how the betting model plays out because that seems to be very interesting. And I'm gonna look forward to that, especially in the context that you mentioned it, especially in the context of if it does take off, how do you combat cheats, right? I mean, we've seen cheats on closed consoles, so that is going to be very interesting to me at least.
No, equally so. I think it's a great concept. There's a lot of first-person shooters out there, a lot of that type of genre. You're introducing a new kind of mechanic through the betting, which is very unique. So I'm very interested to see what goes of it. Going back to the comments earlier, it's just really about how to make that globally available and accept it globally without breaking any rules along the way.
Okay, Tersra, we can talk
No,
about it.
no answers. Yep. Michael?
Look, a lot of free-to-play PC games. We've all been hunting for the next League of Legends or the next World of Tanks. We don't know if they've got it with World Warplanes or World Warships. We'll find out. A lot of free-to-play shooters as well, and a lot of them, frankly, have failed. So there are lessons to be taken from those failures, from those companies who have not been successful. Just keep an eye on that.
Thank you. Patrick?
Yeah, I think it's a really interesting concept. I mean, I don't really have anything to add, to what the panel has said already. I mean, I look forward to being able to play it personally. I think, obviously, I think your biggest challenge is going to be, what do you, what's your strategy for tackling markets where, that kind of gaming, gambling component is obviously not allowed or doesn't work. So,
I agree with these guys. I would like to hear more of the soundtrack. It's a toss-up for me if it's the accordion or if it's the heavy metal guys. But I like the music.
Great, thank you.